Hello and welcome on today's webinar, Preparing for the Unexpected. I'm Svetla Staikova from Innovative Services, and this presentation is prepared by Kaseya. Kaseya is a company that provides cybersecurity tools, and its target today is to bring and raise the awareness of the possible cybersecurity threats that might occur during disasters. So let's start with the topics which we will cover. Different types of disasters that affect businesses, potential impact on the businesses, benefits of disaster preparedness in IT security, disaster preparedness action plan, best practices for effective IT disaster preparedness. And let's see which are the types of disasters that can affect our business. Nature of disasters, health threats, cyber attacks, power outage, equipment failures, human-caused hazards, and the potential impacts on your business are risk to the employee safety, data loss or breach, infrastructural and inventory damage, business interruption, financial losses and increased expenses, reputational damage. Before we continue with benefits of disaster preparedness in security, I want to focus on the 4 ways disaster fuel cyber attacks. Let's start with the first one. Leverage divert attention and resources. When a disaster strikes, the immediate focus shifts towards safety and recovery. Unfortunately, this diverts attention and resources away from maintaining and protecting your IT system and networks. With a reduced emphasis on cybersecurity measures, essential updates, and monitoring may be overlooked, leaving your networks vulnerable to intrusion. Cybercriminals seize this opportunity to infiltrate your systems, compromise sensitive data, and disrupt your operations. To tackle this situation, establish a dedicated team responsible for monitoring and maintaining cybersecurity, even during times of crisis. Implement automated security systems to scan for vulnerabilities and apply necessary patches continuously. By ensuring cybersecurity remains a priority even in challenging times, you can minimize the risk of cyber attacks. The next one is exploiting fear, urgency, chaos, and uncertainty. Disaster creates an environment of fear, urgency, chaos, and uncertainty, prime conditions for cybercriminals to thrive in. They launch targeted attacks such as deceptive emails or fraudulent websites, capitalizing on the sense of urgency and the need of quick solution. By manipulating individuals into disclosing sensitive information, cybercriminals gain unauthorized access to critical systems. To combat this, educate your employees about the tactics used in phishing attacks and social engineering scams. Train them to recognize warning signs such as suspicious emails or requests for sensitive information. Encourage culture of skepticism and verification. where employees double-check the authenticity of the request before sharing confidential information. By fostering a vigilant and informed workforce, you can fortify your defense against the cyber criminals seeking to exploit fear and uncertainty. Kaseya has a special tool in regards of employees training. That's why if you want, after the webinar, you can book a consultation to learn more about it. The next threat, damaging critical infrastructure. Disaster can cause severe damages to your critical infrastructure, compromising components integral to your cybersecurity measures. Destruction of servers, routers, or firewalls can weaken your defense mechanism, allowing the cyber criminals to exploit security gaps. To address these challenges, ensure your critical infrastructure has backups and disaster recovery in place. Regularly back up your data, store it securely off-site or in the cloud, and test the restoration process to ensure if it functions smoothly. Implement robust disaster recovery and business continuity plans, including provision for cybersecurity. By maintaining resilient infrastructure and regular testing of your backup and recovery processes, you can mitigate the impact of infrastructure damage on your cybersecurity. Kaseya tools include a storage backup on the cloud, so you can contact us later after the webinar in order to learn more how you can take advantage of those cybersecurity tools. The next one is impersonation and deception. In the wake of disaster, cybercriminals also often exploit the trust associated with relief organizations and government agencies. By impersonating these trusted sources, they deceive victims through phishing emails, messages, or calls, tricking them into divulging sensitive information or engaging in fraudulent transactions. To protect yourself and your company from such scams, encourage your employees to verify the authenticity of any communication received during a disaster. Advise them to independently contact the organization or agency through known trusted channels to confirm the legitimacy of any requests. Establish robust security awareness training programs that educate employees about common impersonation tactics and teach them how to report them effectively. By promoting a culture of caution and verification, you can defend against impersonation and deception tactics used by the cybercriminals. Also, such tactics are used on the name of banks, for example. They can request your employees to verify their accounts or to change their password. And at the moment you enter the sensitive data, they will have access to the company's bank accounts. So the next one, let's see the benefits of disaster preparedness plan in the security. This plan will ensure business continuity, protect against data loss, reduce recovery time, limits unexpected expenses, avoids reputational damages, improves compliance, and how you can create your action plan. You can start with these 4 main points. First, identify likely threats. What could be the threats to your cybersecurity during different disasters? Second, develop a disaster plan. What steps you should take in order to prevent such, for example, cyber uh, attacks or avoid such threats. And third, implement and train your employees. Implement the plan, train the employees how they should act in times during disasters in order to be prepared and respond if it's needed. 4. Regularly test and update the plan. By regularly testing and update the plan if it's needed, you will be ready to respond very fast to the possible disasters. And now let's see the best practices for effective IT disaster preparedness. Implement the robust security measures, regularly back up critical data, conduct regular employee training, review insurance policies, test and improve disaster preparedness plan, assess vendor preparedness. And now let's see those best practices in detail. We will start with protect your IT infrastructure and data. Your data is gold mine for the cyber criminals. They will do anything to get their hands on it. That's why it's important to strengthen your IT infrastructure to withstand any disaster. Failing to implement adequate measures to protect your data could also attract fines and lawsuits. The best practices and steps you can take: firewall, instruction detection system, and encryption can strengthen your IT security. Implementing a process of fix and update software patches regularly will help you avoid security vulnerabilities. Also, you can implement one of the cybersecurity tools or of Kaseya, which is a SOC management, where you can easily follow all the notices from all your cybersecurity tools, like firewalls, antivirus program, and the other tools which you are using. For your IT team, it will be much easier to follow all the notifications at one place and will be able to react and respond much faster. The second one, backup critical data. Data loss can occur for many reasons, including cyber attacks and natural disasters. If your organization has not correctly backed up its data, recovery can be costly, time-consuming, and seemingly impossible. If you want your business to survive, your disaster preparedness plan must ensure that your data remains clean, available, and restorable. These are some of the actions you can take Regularly backup critical data, backup your data offsite and in the cloud. Test backups regularly to verify their integrity. The third one, improve employee awareness. Your employees are your weakest link only if they don't have proper training. By conducting regular security awareness training, you can improve their knowledge. It also increases your employees' ability and willingness to follow security protocols during an emergency. The steps you can take are training your employees to identify phishing attempts, report suspicious activities, and follow security protocols. Promote a culture of preparedness. Routinely test employee preparedness through simulated scenarios or drills. The fourth one, review insurance policies. Insurance plays a critical role in promoting disaster resilience. It can help speed up your recovery after an incident. It's a good idea to have property insurance, business interruptions insurance, and cybersecurity insurance to cover all bases. You can routinely review insurance policies to ensure you have proper coverage for potential risk and disasters. Maintain records of your assets, inventory, and financial transactions to facilitate insurance claims and recovery efforts. Take the help of insurance expert to understand current coverage and determine if additional coverage is required. And fifth, evaluate vendor and supplier preparedness. Disaster comes unannounced, and any weak link in your supply chain will only increase your vulnerability. Knowing if your vendor has a disaster preparedness plan is crucial for protecting your customers and overall business operations. Ensure your vendor or suppliers' disaster preparedness plans align with your plans. Ask your vendor to share their disaster communication plan with you. Recommend that your suppliers test their disaster plan at least once a year. Ask them to take the help of an experienced IT service provider if you think their plan is lacking. 6. Review and revise your preparedness strategies. It's essential to test your preparedness plan for weaknesses and shortcomings regularly. By testing, you can fix the gaps and straighten your strategy. A tested plan will protect your data and help you avoid revenue loss during an outage, cyber attack, or natural disaster. Extensively document changes in the organization, including people, processes, and resources. By preparing the needed documentation, giving the proper training, and give an access to them, to the employees, will help you to respond faster and properly when disasters occur. Another action you can take, conduct mock tests to gauge the preparedness of your plan and employees. Take the help of an IT service provider to enhance your plan. They can also carry out timely audits to test the effectiveness of your program. We can help you outlast any disaster. It can be challenging to build a comprehensive disaster preparedness plan that is robust and include cybersecurity strategy on your own. By partnering with us and with Kaseya and implementing their cybersecurity tools, we will make sure that you will have proper disaster preparedness plan at place and your business can become resilient and outlast any disaster. Thank you for your time. I hope you find this webinar valuable for you. If you still don't have such a plan, you can contact me and book a consultation in order to take further steps to prepare it. Have a wonderful day.